What's possible in your relationships? Is it possible to be totally in love, express yourself fully, be loved for that by a woman or a man in an intimate relationship? Is it possible to have great brotherships, deep friendships where the conversation is genuine, they support you, they push you to grow. They're not just there as someone to talk to, they actually push you, they have a vision and a mission of their own. What's possible in your relationships? I'm making this video because so many of you guys have told me that your relationship beliefs suck, that you don't believe there's like people out there for you, you don't believe that there's a woman out there for you, you don't believe that there's a brother out there for you, like dudes that really want to support you and help you level up. And that's why I'm making this video. So before I get into it, if you vibe with this channel, subscribe to this channel. That's what I ask. I'm putting out an amazing video today, and if it's valuable for you, if it changes your perspective, if it helps you in any way, all I ask is that you share it. That's my request. That's the value exchange that I want to go get some balance in the universe up in this bitch. So right into the episode here. I want to start off with a story of my own, and that's how I like to do these things. Is I don't like to give you shit from a book. I like to give you shit from my experience, and maybe I've also read it in a book. But I have to experience something if I'm going to tell you these things with certainty. So my experience was I had friends that were extremely good people, and they're still good people to this day, but they weren't as goal-oriented. They were more interested in going out and partying and smoking weed and drinking and like not really being productive than they were in being productive. And I was more interested at a certain point in being productive, in creating goals and developing a mission and a vision for my life. I just came across that path, and the people around me weren't doing that, so I had to remove myself. I needed positive minds around me. I needed people that were disciplined and focused, because if the people that are around you are not focused, they're going to drag your focus level down. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It has nothing to do with being a good or bad person. My old friends, they are extremely good people, but they just weren't as focused as I was. And if you're not around people that aren't as focused, their level of focus is going to bring yours down. And if you want to create goals, if you want to create a mission or a vision, you need to have your focus at 100% or as close to that as you can get. But when I stopped saying yes to going out, I basically said no until they just stopped asking me. And that was kind of my way of doing it. I just kept saying no to going out until they just learned that, okay, Brett just doesn't do that anymore. And then slowly we kind of moved apart as I kind of traveled and went to different places. But the point I'm saying this story is, I was lonely during that time. I didn't have friends. Like the friends I was with, these were my dudes, you know? And there was a point in time where I was by myself. And so when I went to travel, I had to meet new friends, make new connections, which is, by the way, hugely valuable in and of itself, because I learned that there's so many cool people to connect with. Like, do you really think that the friends that you grew up with in your same town, those are the only people in the world? There's 7 billion people on this planet, almost 8 billion people. There's so many people out there you can be friends with that will vibe with you. And I think it's easy to get caught in this scarcity mindset with friendships and with intimate relationships as well. If you haven't traveled, if you haven't met a bunch of people, you don't know what's out there. You just think that, well, because I grew up in this town, that, you know, this is what there is. This is what relationships are like, when that's not the case. I was in Bali for a couple years, a year and a half ago. It was insane to me. Excuse me. It was insane to me how easy it was to make friends. I remember having like a 3-hour deep conversation with somebody, like first 2 days I was in Bali, and it was deep. I learned that friendships are made from quality, not quantity. It doesn't matter if you've been friends for a super long time, if there's quality there, friendships can happen like that, and you can start to build a network, build relationships, and then over time they can deepen. And so I'm kind of in that phase myself where I'm kind of exploring, where I'm meeting new people, where I'm opening myself to friendships, because I want to have brothers that are in my life that can push me. I don't want to be the only one who pushes other people. I want to be pushed. I want to have equals in my life that can push me to grow, you know, that can teach me things. So that's my kind of criteria for a brothership or a friendship. But what the message I want to get across to you here is very simple. The separation time is needed. It's important. The separation you have from your old friends, the separation you have from your mom and your dad, that time is very important. It's when you find yourself. It's when you create individuality. It's when you connect to your truth. You have to have that time of separation, I think, as you go from becoming a boy into a man. I think we all need that time to become our individual selves, to learn about ourselves, to explore with ourselves, and to not have pressures from our past life upon us. It's very easy to have expectations of our parents or our old friends, and they kind of fit us in a box of how they remember us, and we kind of conform to that. But when we're meeting new people, we can kind of reinvent ourselves. It makes it easier in my experience. So just know that that separation time, feeling a little bit isolated or lonely, it's normal, it's important. And then also, there's tons of things you can do, like join clubs. I definitely invite you to join. I have this free group for the Unleashed Brotherhood. It's a free group you can just join. And there's literally, I think there's like 35 or 40 dudes in there. And like, we're all there to grow. We're all there to build a positive mindset. And like, you're not gonna vibe with everybody, but there's gonna be guys in there that you connect with. And so there's tons of groups like this. There's tons of opportunity to connect and to find guys that you do vibe with. But if you just keep doing the same old and you keep staying with the same friends, nothing's gonna change. And if you change your social circle, if you change who you're spending your time with, you're changing the inputs that are melting into your subconscious mind, into your body. Like, the insights are gonna be changing. There's a great saying by Tony Robbins. He's like, just get around where it's better and something will hit you. Like, if you get around where people are positive and doing things and are focused, then things are gonna hit you. Things are gonna become clear for you. You're gonna have ideas. But if you stay with the same old friends, you're gonna get what the same old, what you've always gotten. So my call to action for you is to go meet a new person this week, to go approach somebody at a cafe and just start a conversation, or go to a new club, or take me up on my offer and join my free group. Like, do that. Reach out to somebody on Instagram, like just send a message. Start kind of putting yourself out there online, putting yourself out there in person, just putting the real you out there, sharing your real perspectives and viewpoints and emotions and ways of behaving. You're gonna start to see people in your life become attracted to you, because they're gonna recognize themselves in you. They're gonna recognize, oh shit, that guy's talking about personal development. That guy's talking about health and getting stronger. Like, how would I talk to him and ask for his advice? I think some of the best connections are made when two people that are mission driven can connect on helping people, when they connect on the same mission. So many of my friends are coaches. So many of my friends are people that are doing things to help other people's emotions. And that's what I do. I help men become disciplined, confident, deal with their shitty emotions like shame or anger. I help them with these things. And so I have a lot of friends that are like that. And our conversations are great because we're passionate about what we talk about. So I hope this has triggered you to know that there's so many people out there. There's definitely people out there for you. And if you have a period of separation, it's a good thing. It's not something to be like, fuck, maybe I made the wrong decision. Your mind might say that, but trust me, it's not the truth. There are so many people out there for you. The world is full of abundance of both women and men. So whether you want an intimate relationship or deeper brotherships, the people are there. So to finish off, if you like this video, if you vibe, subscribe. That's all I ask. And if you like it, like it. If you have a comment or a question, comment below. If there's any videos in the future you want me to make, please comment them below and I'm happy to make them. I mean, I honestly, there's so much shit I could talk about, but I'd rather just make shit that's valuable to you. So if there's something that you'd like to hear from me, my perspective, my thought on, comment it below and I'll be sure to make a video. Thank you so much for watching, brother. And until next time, live a life that's true to you.